coming to the left.
Niggas don't want war, I'm a Martian with an army of Spartans. Spawn with a knife in a missile fight. Get your intel right, your intelligence is irrelevant, but it's definite. I spit more than speech impediments. Brooklyn's the residence, the best, and it's evident. We got them niggas PE nuts like they elephants. Throw them in the truck if they hate though. We don't give a fuck as long as we collect our peso. Y'all collect pesos, y'all money ain't right here. I got them girls next to the wood like they like, yeah. I'm right here, trying to get a bud, trying to pollinate. Steve's got that presidential shit, time to inaugurate my PE conglomerates. By the PEE on any wannabe E. Weak MC, they remind to leave them empty. Congratulate the semi-auto. Fire flames spit it like Komodo. No time for fake people, they be simming like Komora. I'm the Emperor in search of Theodora. My heart go.
And now for the penultimate champion versus champion match here tonight at Survivor Series. We see the women's champion from each brand, Asuka and Ember Moon, both representing Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live respectively. Now going to turn her inside out with that swing out side slam. Does Ember Moon, looking for the demanding kick on the ground, but Asuka able to counter out of it with a bridging German suplex. But Ember Moon is going to be able to find the rope break before Asuka can mount a pinfall attempt. Now getting in the face of Ember Moon with a series of strikes now. Asuka sending Ember Moon back into the turnbuckle. The forearm smash now from Asuka sends Ember Moon reeling onto the ropes. And this is a match that everyone has wanted to see ever since the Royal Rumble of last year. Now catching Asuka, coming out of, diving off of the top rope with that seated senton. Ember Moon was able to catch her in the powerbomb and send her into the corner with the snake eyes out of the powerbomb position. But Asuka quickly fighting out of it. Gonna now hit a snap suplex onto Ember Moon. Asuka has held the SmackDown Live Women's Championship for 280 days ever since she defeated Paige way back at the Royal Rumble. And it was the night after the Royal Rumble in which Ember Moon cashed in her woman's Money in the Bank briefcase on Trish Stratus and won the Raw Women's Championship. And ever since then, both these women have defended those championships against everybody. We saw back at Halloween Havoc, Ember Moon defeating not one but two contenders in a steel cage match, defeating Charlotte as well as Becky Lynch. And Asuka in her own right taking on many challengers over on SmackDown Live. One of her standout matches that comes to mind would be her ladder match against AJ Lee from back at Unforgiven. One of the best women's championship matches I have ever seen. Is now Asuka getting Ember Moon back up to her feet here. This is sure to be a treat, as Asuka has got to be playing into the mind games of Asuka that Ember Moon has held that championship one day less than Asuka has. But this match truly will determine who is the greatest women's champion of our era. They are both representing each respective brand. A match that we didn't think we would see at the beginning of this year. We said if they could hold the championships up until Survivor Series, we would see this match. And finally it is here, as Ember Moon looking for that springboard frog splash to the inside. But Asuka able to counter out of it. This isn't the first time meeting between the two, as Asuka now going to hoist her up and deadlifting her off the rope, slingshotting her into the Falcon Arrow. She did the deal, as now Asuka going up to the Brett's rope, going to scout Ember Moon, calling her back up to her feet here, diving in with a missile dropkick. This is not the first encounter between the two. They have met 3 times in NXT, and in each of those encounters, of course, Asuka was successful, as that was when her streak was still going. Now again, the demanding kick on the ground. Asuka going to look to come in again with that grounded roundhouse kick to the face, the PK to Ember Moon. Now lifting Ember Moon back up to her feet here. The 3rd Raw Women's Champion being Ember Moon, having held that championship longer than anybody else, being Trish Stratus or Alexa Bliss. The 2 former champions combined have not held that championship as long as Ember Moon. Asuka in her own right, the longest reigning SmackDown Live Women's Champion. As I mentioned, having held that title for 280 days, outranks the reign of Paige, who held that championship for a total of 182 days across 2 reigns. And now a fall away slam from Ember Moon. 120 days was the 2nd reign of Paige, the 2nd longest reigning SmackDown Live Women's Champion, and a woman that we haven't seen here in Universe Mode for quite some time, as it has been the women's divisions have been primarily dominated by the champions as of late. But Asuka now sending Ember Moon to the outside after a series of shoulder tackles. But now Ember Moon going to catch her on the way down, looking for the axe handle. But Asuka was able to find a counter to it with a strike to the gut of Ember Moon. Ember Moon now with the arm drag reversal, catching Asuka with a decapitating super kick. As Ember Moon now going to snapmare Asuka down to the ground, looking to lock in perhaps that straitjacket sleeper hold that she has been utilizing in this matchup. But Asuka again going to target the arm in this contest. Now again going to target the arm with a power slam, having the arm underneath Ember Moon on her way down. Asuka proud of her work here tonight. And as I said, the women's division being dominated by the champions in recent months. These 2 women having held their championships for about 280 days each. And Beth Phoenix being the NXT Women's Champion up until last night, in which she was unsuccessful in defending her Women's Championship in the last woman standing match against Toni Storm. As we saw last night, we have a new NXT Women's Champion. Of course, neither of the titles are on the line here tonight, but this match is about pride. As Asuka again going to stomp on the arm of Ember Moon, preventing Ember Moon from utilizing her arms. Could be a smart strategy from Asuka, as then it will make it very difficult to connect with that Eclipse on the way down, or at least to capitalize after the Eclipse with a pinfall cup attempt. Ember Moon now with the grounded kick, following up that Swanton Bomb from the 2nd rope. He's now going to hoist Asuka up into position, but Asuka slipping her way out, able to catch her on the way down with that inverted DDT. Now picking Ember Moon back up in position, going to look to send her into the turnbuckle pads. Sending her out of the turnbuckle now. Ember Moon is in the middle of the ring in a seated position. Asuka going to dive down with a diving missile drop kick all the way to the ground on Ember Moon. And quickly recovering is Asuka, sending Ember Moon into the turnbuckle yet again. Ember Moon catching the leg coming out of Asuka. Now going to follow it up with a Northern Lights suplex that plants Asuka in the middle of the ring. Asuka now rolling to the outside, going to catch her breath for a minute here. That is exactly what Ember Moon has needed for the entirety of this contest. Asuka now going to just wait her turn now, coming from behind the referee as the referee distracting Ember Moon, preventing Ember Moon from going to the outside and diving onto Asuka. And that played to the benefit of Asuka. She used an underhanded tactic to connect with that crucifix bomb. Ember Moon now going to send Asuka to the outside yet again. Asuka now in the drop zone. If Ember Moon could dive down on Asuka. Perhaps looking to dive to the outside, but no, Ember Moon just going to bide her time, waiting for Asuka to get back up to the ropes. Back up on the apron now. And Asuka going to deadlift her to the outside with an apron superplex. All the way to the outside, crashing and burning. On the outside of the ring is the referee, re-administering his count. Following that suplex to the outside, and Asuka now going to send Ember Moon into the guardrail, positioning her on top of that barricade and now kicking her across the face. Ember Moon at the mercy of Asuka so far in this contest. Having her arms being targeted by Asuka can't be good for Ember Moon in this matchup. And each time that these two women have faced off against one another, it has been the Asuka lock that put away Ember Moon in each of their encounters. So she's going to want to look to avoid that cross-face chicken wing that Asuka utilizes as her finish. Asuka now with a back suplex again, going to slam Ember Moon into the canvas. Ember Moon now with the reversal, however, catching her with a European uppercut, able to escape out of it and sending Asuka across the ring and into the turnbuckle. Cartwheel into the clothesline in the corner. Now Ember Moon taunting over in the corner as she has put Asuka down. She could capitalize on this by going high risk, but instead thinking better of it. Perhaps her arms have been too weakened to go for the Eclipse this early on, but no, now Ember Moon is going to look to go high risk again. This time, perhaps going to call her back up to her feet and look for the Eclipse, the diving cutter to Asuka. Let's see what she goes for here. Diving down for the Eclipse, able to connect with that maneuver. And Asuka now having the leg hooked. Does Ember Moon, but kicking out just barely is Asuka. Ember Moon in disbelief at how close that near fall was. After everything Asuka has done in this contest, it has almost been virtually erased, as Ember Moon hitting that Eclipse has gotten herself back into this matchup, for the time being at least. Picking Asuka back up to her feet here, looking for a strike to the face, but Asuka countering out of it with that spinning back kick. Asuka now looking to go high risk in her own right, going up to the top rope, and is going to dive down with the knees across the gut of Ember Moon. Picking her back up here is Asuka, who sends Ember Moon into the turnbuckle. A series of strikes to the gut. Again, just trying to wear down that midsection, and now following it up with a bridging German suplex to Ember Moon. Asuka now turning Ember Moon around for that backslide driver and stacking up Ember Moon now for the pinfall attempt, but no, Ember Moon barely able to get the shoulder up. Two near falls from each woman in this contest. It's Asuka now sends Ember Moon into the turnbuckle pad, taunting in the face of Ember Moon. Going to look for that running hip attack in the corner, but Ember Moon had it scouted, able to escape out of it and send Asuka into the turnbuckle now. Ember Moon connecting with those double knees to the chest, is now going to follow it up with a powerbomb suplex. The bullplex, a release out of the powerbomb. Now slingshotting herself into the ring, looking for the leg drop, but Asuka had it scouted before Ember Moon could connect with that maneuver. Asuka now going to lift her up with a suplex before Ember Moon could capitalize. Asuka now hoist Ember Moon up, and another reversal from Ember Moon. Now snapmares Asuka down to the ground, a demanding knee strike to the back. Now locking in the straitjacket hold. Straitjacket chinlock from Ember Moon. Just trying to wear down on Asuka, prevent Asuka from getting back up to her feet, but Asuka does so. Able to fight out of that maneuver. Now Asuka looking to go perhaps for the cross armbar, and Moon had it scouted, able to reverse out of it. Now hoisting her up for a powerful suplex. Following through now, going to look for the back suplex to follow it up. The two amigos from Ember Moon. Planting Asuka down on the canvas with authority. Now looking for the kick to the back, but was scouted by Asuka. Ember Moon, however, able to reverse out of it. Now flipping out of the German suplex is Asuka, who brings Ember Moon in. Now going to look to lock in the crossface chicken wing. The Asuka lock locked in on Ember Moon. And if Ember Moon could just reach out and grab the ropes here, she is merely centimeters away from the ropes. She just needs to reach behind her head, and now the referee forcing Asuka to break the hold for the rope break, I believe. Ember Moon struggling to grab the ropes there for a minute, but she was trapped in the Asuka lock for quite a few seconds there. Able to fight out of whatever whatever Asuka had planned there. It is Ember Moon. Asuka now stopping Ember Moon from going for the Eclipse. Now Asuka going to meet her on the top rope here. Looking to bring Ember Moon all the way down from the top with a superplex, planning Ember Moon on the middle of the canvas. Ember Moon has got to be feeling all the effects of everything that Asuka has done in this contest, dropping her on the neck again with that back suplex, the Saito suplex of Asuka. And now calls Ember Moon back up to her feet here. Empress of Tomorrow perhaps looking to go for that spinning back kick. Now going to rebound off the ropes with a diving hip attack that takes down Ember Moon. Asuka now calling Ember Moon back up to her feet here, begging her to give her whatever she's got. As Asuka looking to connect with the two strikes, the two kicks to the chest, the trifecta, and now the spinning heel kick across the face of Ember Moon. That could be it. That could be lights out for Ember Moon. Going for the pinfall here is Asuka. 1, 2, and no! Ember Moon again, somehow desperately getting the shoulder up, is able to escape out of the clutches of Asuka. Despite everything that Asuka has thrown at her in this contest, Ember Moon is not likely to give up in this matchup. So Ember Moon now going to be positioned on the ropes by Asuka, who hoists Ember Moon over. Now going to look to drag her back into the ropes and just slam her down face first on the canvas as she was draped over the top rope. Ember Moon now able to escape out of the clutches of Asuka, planting her with that back suplex. Looking for the pinfall here on Asuka. Not only a 1 count from Ember Moon, as she has not really done what it takes to put away Asuka. Despite the Eclipse earlier on in this contest, Asuka not really feeling the effects of this matchup anymore, as she has been able to weather the storm that is Ember Moon, playing the mind games, getting into the head of Ember Moon. Of course, Ember Moon, knowing that she has never defeated Asuka, has got to be playing into her head, and now looking to bridge her over for this cover, looking for the schoolboy. Asuka able to escape out of it, however, snapmaring her down, and now a knee to the back as Ember Moon again going to lock in this straight jacket chinlock advantage from behind, wrenching in on this hold. Asuka now fighting her way back up to her feet here, is able to escape out of it, sending Ember Moon down. Ember Moon just trying to catch her breath in this matchup. Saito suplex again from Asuka, dropping Ember Moon on the back of her neck. Ember Moon going to be sent into the turnbuckle. No, it's a reversal. Asuka is the one who gets sent into the turnbuckle now from Ember Moon, who positions Asuka on the top rope now. Going to look for an avalanche position for whatever she's going for here. She has Asuka in her position for a powerful superplex from the top. Going to slam Asuka down with a massive superplex all the way from the heavens. Ember Moon now looking for the pinfall cover on Asuka, but again Asuka able to get the shoulder up despite Ember Moon's best efforts. Asuka so resilient, kicking out at the count of 1. Now from the ground, those head scissors takedowns from Ember Moon, able to connect with that springboard moonsault. Ember Moon's got to continue the offense like this. Now looking for the suplex again. Going to turn it into the two amigos, turning it into that back suplex to follow it up. Ember Moon now wiping away some of the sweat from her face, visibly showing the fatigue that this contest has put her through. Hoisting her up for the power slam, swinging her out into a swing out power slam. Now hooking the leg of Asuka again in this matchup. Again Asuka getting the shoulder up at the count of 1 despite everything that Ember Moon has tried to attempt in this matchup. Asuka refusing to give in. Ember Moon now waiting for her to get back up to her feet here. Asuka able to counter out of it, countering out of the power slam. Ember Moon answering back with a kick and now following it up with a lung blower, taking the wind out of the sails of Asuka. Ember Moon now sending Asuka into the turnbuckle. Gonna connect with a series of kicks across the chest of Asuka. Rapid fire kicks to the chest. Now Asuka looking to take Ember Moon from out of the corner, but no. Counter from Ember Moon with the fireman's carry takedowns. Gotta look for the diamond cutter here, but it's countered by Asuka, who sends her reeling. Now gotta connect to the back suplex, but it's countered by Ember Moon now. With a knee to the gut, and now following it up with a head scissors takedown. A Hurricane Rana that sends Ember Moon, or sends Asuka towards the ropes, sends Ember Moon down to a knee. She is visibly fatigued. I'm not sure what the referee is doing, pacing back and forth, perhaps stressed out at the possibility of Ember Moon being successful here tonight. As we saw in part 1, Team Raw leads the score here tonight at Survivor Series 2-1. So if Ember Moon could be successful in this contest, that would essentially put the nail in the coffin of SmackDown Live. Asuka now able to counter out of it. Looking to go high risk now from the top rope. Asuka is positioned up on the top rope. Was going to call Ember Moon back up to her feet here. The first time that Asuka went for this, it didn't work out in her favor. And again, Ember Moon is able to catch her and plant her with a powerbomb in the buckle. Both times that Asuka has gone for that seated senton from the top, Ember Moon has been able to counter it by deadlifting her up into the powerbomb, and now turning her around for the Asuka lock. Asuka has her locked in. Ember Moon is now locked in the Asuka lock. The crossface chicken wing applied at the hands of Ember Moon. Can she get Ember Moon to tap out here? And Ember Moon being forced to tap out before passing out. As Asuka picking up a victory, now just laughing in the face of Ember Moon. As Asuka has expanded her lead over Ember Moon to 4-0. Asuka has never lost to Ember Moon, and the trend continues here tonight. Nothing is more certain than death, taxes, and Asuka beats Ember. Asuka not done with her work here. Now just gonna stomp on Ember Moon, a showcase of disrespect. Why would Asuka turn her back on Ember Moon like this? That was such an incredible contest.
Hispanic like Dora, massage blast. See, I was raised that way. I'm from a place where they raise that K like every day and every way and everywhere you go. Just ain't safe. The only thing that I can say to you is pray. Cause when niggas start equipping and throw the clip in, your blood dripping and catch you slipping under the victim, don't know what's hit them through his spinal. Just another man who defeated by survival. That's your biggest rival in your whole life. These bars you can't handle, you better hold tight. They saying I'm the best. I'm like, you're so right. Still ain't got enough shine to last the whole night, nigga.
Yo, fuck the police, nigga. Fuck every ass corrupt politician on Wall Street. PE, public enemy, assassinators, bitch. Fuck that. Fuck everything, son. Fuck government. Fuck listening and shit.
What fucking energy, dickheads? It's like 6 million ways to die, my nigga, choose one. Doomsday come and start investing in a few.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching to ching, bling, bling, to chatter. You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pocket. We take the dollar, dollar, can a damn soul stop it. Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you.
Time to play the game. It's all about the game, and how you play it. It's all about control, and you can take it. It's all about you get it, and you can play it. It's all about pain, who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control.
Shane McMahon now looking to wait around as he looks to take the action right to Triple H before he could spit the water. Shane McMahon going to get himself involved in this contest. And the bad blood between these two goes way back. But in more recent times, we saw a few weeks ago as Shane McMahon driving Triple H into the barricade here at ringside. Shane McMahon again going to look for an axe handle on the outside, again taking down Triple H. Starting off this contest, hopping out, Triple H finding a reversal for it, sending Shane McMahon across the ringside area with that Irish whip. As Triple H now going to introduce a weapon into this contest. Of course, these two both the commissioners of their respective brands. You see Shane McMahon wearing the red, Triple H wearing the blue. Of course, being the commissioner of Monday Night Raw is Shane McMahon, who cracks the commissioner of SmackDown Live over the head with a kendo stick. And the bad blood between these two, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, dates back a long ways, but a few weeks ago we saw on Monday Night Raw Shane McMahon out here to address the audience, announcing that Halloween Havoc would be our upcoming pay-per-view event, and building to Survivor Series. He knew that there was going to be some beef between Triple H and Shane McMahon, but not quite how we imagined it, as Triple H sending Shane McMahon into the steel steps now. Shane McMahon recovering on the outside. Triple H sends the action back to the inside here. Shane McMahon can be provided a moment to recover now, just taunting in the face of Triple H, who gets back into the ring and sends Shane McMahon across the ring and into the ropes, catching him with that high knee, rebounding off of the ropes, and Triple H now going to escape the ring to the outside. Looking for another instrument of destruction on the outside of Shane McMahon. All he can do is watch right now as Triple H introducing a table into this contest, catching Shane McMahon with that high knee yet again. Now that PK to the back of Shane McMahon. Triple H sends him into the turnbuckle. Shane McMahon able to counter out of it, planting him with a DDT and sending the Cerebral Assassin reeling to the outside for a bit of a reprieve. As we saw on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago, Triple H came out while Shane McMahon was addressing the WWE Universe with two members of Shane McMahon's brand. Of course, the two members of Ringkampf, the new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions that we saw in our opening contest, as Shane McMahon leaping to the outside with a clothesline takedown to Triple H all the way to the outside from the top rope. Shane McMahon now slowly recovering, grabbing the kendo stick again, going to look to utilize it on Triple H. Looking to crack him with that kendo stick, but Triple H thinking better of it as he counters out of it. And Triple H is the one to utilize that kendo stick on Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon rolling out of the way, catching Triple H with a lethal lariat. And Triple H approaching the ring with two members of Ringkampf, who did a lot of his dirty work as they beat down Shane McMahon viciously at ringside. Shane McMahon we haven't seen since that Monday Night Raw episode. Of course, appearing here tonight for this matchup with Triple H. And we are currently tied 2-2 between the brands, as Asuka was successful in our last contest at tying up the score. So this will be the tiebreaker before our traditional Survivor Series match coming up next, and then the World Champions will meet in our main event. As again, Shane McMahon going to plant Triple H on top of that kendo stick here at ringside. Shane McMahon throwing those steel steps down before he could utilize them. After the defeat or the beatdown at the hands of Ringkampf, Triple H came down to ringside, now being slammed onto those steel steps by Shane McMahon. Triple H having a rough landing on those steps, then rolling off onto the monitor. And we saw Triple H put Shane McMahon through the announce table a few weeks ago after the beatdown at the hands of Ringkampf with a pedigree, putting Shane McMahon out of action for a few weeks. Of course, he's not an active in-ring competitor, but we haven't seen the Commissioner of Monday Night Raw up until tonight. Triple H now returning to the inside of the ring, cracking Shane McMahon over the head with a steel chair. Shane McMahon feeling the effects now of this matchup. It's Triple H now going to await Shane McMahon getting back up to his feet here. Going to look to hit him again with that steel chair, but Shane McMahon answering back with a series of strikes. Sends Triple H into the turnbuckle now. Triple H countering out of it with a back elbow. Now driving Shane McMahon across the knee with a gutbuster. Hoisting him up for that spine buster, but Shane McMahon able to catch him with a DDT on the way down, planting Triple H into the canvas. Now locking him in the front chancery here. He's going to look to bring Triple H back to the outside of the ring where this match started. Shane McMahon now with Triple H on the outside of the ring, calling him back up to his feet. The Cerebral Assassin in position for Shane McMahon to take him down again with a forearm smash. Shane McMahon now with full control of Triple H, going to bring him over to the announce table, trying to get some sweet revenge for what Triple H did to him a few weeks ago, as he lifts Triple H up, positions him on top of the announce table. Shane McMahon now looking to go back inside the ring. What does he have in mind here? Shane McMahon, he's going to dive with a leaping elbow drop through the announce table. Shane McMahon with a tremendous leap of faith, diving from the top rope to push Triple H through the announce table. Unbelievable extension that Shane McMahon got off of that. And this is something that I really don't like about 2K18. How is Triple H able to reverse after that maneuver and immediately get himself back into this contest? That should just not be a feature at all. It's Triple H now with the suck it on the outside, having some trouble getting back to the inside of the ring. Again, the AI is really dumb in this game. Shane McMahon sending Triple H reeling back onto the ropes. Now Irish whip him into the steel steps, but sidestepping it now with a series of Irish whips, kitchen sinks, catching Triple H on the ropes, and now following it up with a Russian leg sweep. Shane McMahon going to lift Triple H back up to his feet here, going to send him into the turnbuckle. Now connect with a series of jabs to Triple H over in the corner. Shane McMahon now looking to take advantage of Triple H over in the buckle, but Triple H fighting out of it. Now planting him with a DDT does Shane McMahon. McMahon now straight right across the face of Triple H. Another maneuver that Triple H hit on Shane McMahon. Back when he assaulted him, he utilized those steel steps that we see inside the ring right now, in addition to busting him open. Triple H now positioned over in the corner. Shane McMahon perhaps going to look to introduce that steel chair into play, positioning it right next to Triple H here. A series of stomps over in the corner to Triple H. And what is Shane McMahon looking to do here? He is going to look to go coast to coast from behind the table that is positioned over in the corner. Going to dive past the table and connect with the coast to coast to Triple H all the way across the ring. Not exactly getting the use out of that steel chair that he wanted. Perhaps looking to put that steel chair across the face of Triple H, but that is just simply a feature that 2K has not looked to add. As we know, they hate having fun in their video games, so can't expect anything more from them. Shane McMahon now going to look to capitalize by going high risk up from the top rope. Triple H quickly able to recover despite the coast to coast from Shane McMahon. Managing to get back up to his feet here. Taking too long did Shane McMahon before he realized that Triple H was back on his feet. Triple H sending him out of the turnbuckle, crashing down into the canvas, and now Shane McMahon is able to kick out. Triple H now going to send Shane McMahon into the table in the corner, spearing him through the table, colliding, sending the parts of the table, the scraps, all over the ring. Triple H now connecting with those steel steps across the back of Shane McMahon, sending the steel steps to the outside. What is Triple H doing right now? Returning back inside the squared circle, does the Cerebral Assassin, but Shane McMahon perhaps playing possum on the inside, now answering out with a neck breaker following that back elbow. Shane McMahon looking to go high risk from the top rope here. Not going to waste his time. This time diving in with a huge elbow drop from the top. Now looking to hook the leg of Triple H. 1, 2, and no. Triple H getting the shoulder up and keeping his hopes of SmackDown Live being successful here tonight alive. Triple H ducking out of the way, catching Shane McMahon with a tremendous spine buster. Now keeling over in exhaustion is Triple H after suffering that elbow drop through the table. You got to think that the cardiovascular abilities of Triple H might be hindered quite a bit. Triple H now scouting Shane McMahon, waiting for him to get back up to his feet here. Gonna look to connect with a pedigree here on Shane McMahon, planting him into the canvas, face first with that pedigree that we saw in one of our earlier contests from Pete Dunne. As I mentioned, the relationship between Triple H and Pete Dunne, very well documented. Triple H now turning Shane McMahon over, looking for the pinfall here on Shane McMahon, but kicking out. At the count of 2 is Shane McMahon able to get his shoulder up despite Triple H's best efforts with that pedigree. I think that's got to be frustrating Triple H. As Shane McMahon now countering out of it, connecting with a series of jabs across the face. A 4th jab to finish it off from Shane McMahon. He drags Triple H back over into position for Shane McMahon to dive down off the top rope. Diving in with that elbow drop again in this matchup. This time finding no water in the pool, as Triple H was able to evade. Snap marrying him down, and now a strike across the face. A straight right hand, and now a PK to the back from Triple H. Hoisting him up for that spine buster yet again, but Shane McMahon again able to find a reversal for it with that DDT. Another elbow drop to the chest of Triple H. Shane McMahon looking to introduce another weapon into this matchup. Grabbing the ultimate equalizer. Playing some mind games with Triple H as he grabbed the sledgehammer from underneath the ring. Now connecting with Hunter Hearst Helmsley, connecting with that sledgehammer to the back, and then again striking him on the ground. Shane McMahon now over in the corner, just going to taunt from across the ring. Now that sledgehammer in dangerous territory. Either of these men could utilize it to their benefit. Shane McMahon hoisting him up in the powerbomb. He's going to bring Triple H over into the buckle and plant him down with that tremendous powerbomb. Dropping Triple H with such velocity. Shane McMahon calling him back up to his feet here. The Commissioner of Monday Night Raw going to connect with that steel chair shot, but Triple H able to take the chair out of the hands of Shane McMahon and connect with that neck breaker. Looking for the pinfall here on Shane McMahon, but Shane McMahon kicking out. Shane McMahon is positioned on top of that sledgehammer, but able to roll out of the way of the axe handle before he can connect with that sledgehammer. Now dropping Triple H back first on the sledgehammer. Triple H knocking Shane McMahon off of the apron. Is able to catch himself, providing himself a few minutes of reprieve here. Counter from Triple H on the outside, able to take him down with that fireman's carry takedown. Triple H will look to bring Shane McMahon over by our other announce table, perhaps. Shane McMahon answering out of it with a series of elbow strikes to the gut, fighting out of the grasp of Triple H. Triple H now with a reversal on the outside, and now receives a backhand chop. Does Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon now sending the action back to the inside, grabbing a hold of that kendo stick again in this matchup. Triple H able to duck out of the way and now catch Shane McMahon with that lethal lariat. Looking to hook the leg here, or looking to mount a lateral press on Shane McMahon. Triple H, however, unsuccessful in that pinfall attempt, spine bustering now. Shane McMahon on top of the kendo stick, taking him back up to his feet here. Perhaps going to look for the pedigree, but catching the leg is Shane McMahon, who drops him with a right. A straight right to the face of Triple H, who now Shane McMahon going to lock in the triangle hold. He has a triangle choke applied to Triple H, wrenching in on this hold, trying to get the submission from Triple H. Triple H could just reach out and grab the sledgehammer. He could utilize it to break this hold. Shane McMahon has this locked in deep. Will Triple H be forced to tap out? But no, Triple H muscling his way back up to his feet here and going to slam Shane McMahon head first on top of that sledgehammer. Triple H now straight right to the face, and is now going to kick him in the gut. Now going to look to connect with the pedigree in the middle of the ring again. Triple H planning Shane McMahon, drilling him into the canvas with a pedigree. And this could be it after Triple H hoisted Shane McMahon up and planted him head first into that sledgehammer, planting him once again after with that pedigree and connecting with the 3 count. Triple H successful in this matchup, despite Shane McMahon's best efforts in this match. As we see, taking a look back, this diving elbow drop through the announce table here from Shane McMahon, and we don't even get a chance to see it. The coast to coast again from Shane McMahon. Despite his best efforts, the cerebral assassin, the more refined in-ring technician, in-ring competitor, coming up successful here tonight. Again, the series of strikes from Shane McMahon, but it was not enough to put away Triple H. SmackDown expand their lead to 3-2. Now we have 2 contests left here tonight. If Team SmackDown could be successful in the traditional Survivor Series match coming up next, then we will be at a stalemate in which SmackDown Live will have the lead. No hopes of recovery for Monday Night Raw. But this rounds us out for part 2 of the Survivor Series pay-per-view event, as we see Triple H successful for SmackDown Live, expanding their lead to 3-2. As we move on with Survivor Series, in part 3 we will see the traditional Survivor Series matchup